Welcome to Channel X TV. Delighted to be here at the Mirakl Accelerate conference with Anne-Claire. Welcome, how are you?
Thank you, I'm happy to be with you today.
So just tell us a little bit about your role at Mirakl, because it's quite exciting, because it's all about AI, isn't it? So what's your job?
Yeah, and I've been in AI and product for over 20 years. So I started when it was still the winter of AI, and now it's the spring. And it's super exciting to join a company like Mirakl that is really putting AI at the core of the product, but also AI really as an accelerator for all Mirakl workers. So I have both the dimension, transformation of AI for Mirakl workers and AI in the product.
So that's a double job.
Yeah.
But let's go right back to the beginning, because in your talk at the conference today, you were talking about search engines. And
yeah.
I remember when I first got on the internet, I had AOL search, which I dumped within hours and found Yahoo. But Yahoo's kind of gone nowadays. But what's the shape of search engines, and how is AI impacting search just generally on the web?
Yeah, I think like over a decade, Google is now dominant on the search market, and everyone is trying to optimize their website, their content, really to be SEO friendly. In reality, to be Google friendly. And when you look at the market, you have like Bing that is just capturing 4% of market share with a lot of investment over the past decade also. And now you have like OpenAI arriving and snowballing in this market with ChatGPT, first in October 2024 with the Search GPT feature, and they capture a lot of this search now. They represent now 1 billion of search per week. And every month, so
that growth is phenomenal.
Yeah,
from nothing to...
Yeah, it's really a shift. I think this is super interesting because it makes everyone realize that we have to move. It's not a static market, it's a huge market. And the same things that bring Google where they are, it's good product, always wins.
It's what if users like it, they'll use it.
Exactly.
So at Mirakl, you're using AI in two ways. You're using it internally for your employee teams and also externally. And I think the external part for your clients is what a lot of people are going to be interested in. But just tell us a little bit about how you're using it internally. I mean, how ingrained is AI into the Mirakl ecosystem?
Yeah, since the arrival of ChatGPT, we had really this strong belief that everyone should be, not have to be, should be a user of AI. So firstly, we encourage everyone to test any tools and make it possible, okay, for sure with the security guardrails, but help them to try, to test, to showcase internally their demo. And just to give some metrics, in January 2024, we had like half of Mirakl workers using GenAI on an everyday basis. And now it's 91%.
So that's almost everyone.
Yeah, that's almost everyone. And we are not chasing the 9%. They will come naturally because they will see the benefit from others. They would see that they are able to do better things. And we demystify it really with demo internally in every keynote, in every meeting. Yeah, make it accessible for everyone. And we are now reaching the next stage because the second strong belief we have is tomorrow everyone is going to be what we call an AI builder. Someone that is building his own
building
assistant.
Their own tools.
Yeah, building their own individual assistant or reinventing the workflow of their team, depending on your level. And so we've shifted and enabled that with tooling. With a software that is called Dust, that allow really easily any business people to leverage and create their own agent. And now we have like, after 3 months, 30% of Mirakl workers that have built their own agent.
So how difficult is it? Because I'm not technical. Could I build my own AI agent?
Yeah. If we spend just 30-minute session, after 30-minute session, you would be able to build your own agent.
All right, stop the interview. I'm going to take 30 minutes of it. No.
Where it's
30
really,
minutes is just amazing.
Yeah, where it's really, I think, very difficult. It makes everyone a product builder in a way. You have to think about your journey or the workflow of your team, trying to see where they are losing time, where there are some tasks waiting a long time, and how we can enable that. And just to give my real life example, when I joined Mirakl in June 2024, I was like, oh, I know nothing about the internal procedure and so on. And I'm managing a team, I have to recruit really fast. And my dream will be to have someone sitting next to me all day and I can ask him whatever the question. Mm-hmm. I have someone that is sick, how should I do that? What is travel policy? What I've done is I spent 35 minutes before the meeting with the sales guy of the tool. And I tried to build my own agent. I called it Mirakl Mate to help me really to answer any question I had from all procedure at Mirakl, tech, travel, and policies, and so on. And I'm using it every day. And now this is the tool that is used by Mirakl workers and every employee. And they are improving it.
Fantastic. So that's internally, but the people watching this video are going to be either retailers running a marketplace or they're going to be sellers selling on a marketplace. How is AI going to impact them? And you also had some announcements today. So what's the latest with Mirakl AI for marketplace operators and sellers on Mirakl marketplaces?
Yeah, last year we had an announcement with our product Mirakl Ads where we put a lot of AI because in retail media, really the key differentiator is really the product, the seller you bring, and the real estate of the e-commerce, but really truly is also the AI algorithm you put behind to be relevant. And we have announced also the things on the catalog onboarding because we try to start where it creates more value. That's why we have started last year on retail media and on catalog onboarding, just to give a range.
Because retail media, I know it's so complicated because you may have 5, 10, 20,000 products. You've got to decide which products to advertise. You've got to know your margins on the products after all of your costs and your marketplace fees. What margin have I got left?
And
how much of that margin do I want to commit to retail media? But also, which products do I want to promote? If a product's already flying, then I probably don't need so much as if I've got products that have maybe never had a sale on a marketplace.
Yeah, and what we leverage and how we were able to showcase the metric that was shared by Nagi in the product update is that we were able for Rakuten to have 50% more fill rates with our algorithm, more fill rates, more bidding, more revenues. It's concretely because we are really putting a lot of effort to select the more accurate product based on the user query. And very fastly.
So this goes back to where we started with the search engines.
Exactly.
It's got to be in the search for the AI to be able to correctly promote.
And so our belief is what really matters, whatever the technology, your search engine on the website, even if it's Perplexity or ChatGPT that will win this search race to beat Google, what really matters is rich product content because all these tools will need good and rich product content. So this is really, I think, the core of our announcement today. And what we've announced is that we are going beyond the catalog transformer we have showcased last year to accelerate catalog onboarding. Just to describe catalog transformer, it's allowing any seller to input his product listing, and automatically the data he currently have are transformed to match the expectation of the e-commerce player, really to have this transformation.
So it matches the catalogs and the attributes of the product.
Exactly, and the categories. And really the game is you can use AI just to a little bit improve, make recommendation. What we've learned on the catalog onboarding, it's what we have done since 2018. It's great because it reduced the work content of 30%. But it's still mapping, it's still time for the sellers, and it's still lead time where the product is not online and not generating money and not answering needs. And with Catalog Transformer, we took a different approach. We were like, if we were a Gen AI native company, we were starting on the market today, like Perplexity, for example, how would we do this catalog onboarding? We would think that we expect AI to do this task for us and delegate. And we were able to decrease the work content of 90%, make it possible to onboard in 2 marketplaces within a day, concretely. And what we've announced today is we realized that sometimes the problem is the seller doesn't have the information in this text.
And that's the big thing when you've got a hole in the
Yeah,
the
this
data.
is the elephant in the room. And everyone is thinking about how can I scrap website, buy external data. You already have it. It's the images, it's the video, it's the PDF of the description of the product. And what we've announced today is we are launching in beta a feature that will allow to extract all this information from these images and make catalog transformer that was transforming text, really bringing that into a multimodal area.
Because there's so many more features in an image. I mean, even my jacket, it's got the lapel, how many buttons, it's got a little bit on the pocket, it's got how many buttons on the sleeve, and AI should be able to grab all of that from the images.
Yeah, and at the same time, we started by the text because it's reliable information. About the composition, is it cotton, is it something else? And AI can a bit hallucinate about that. So it was really important to say, if this information is accurate, let's leverage it. And let's leverage AI to extract information from images to bring more information. And your shirt, for example, can be for a summer party, but it can be also for this interview. And it can describe the occasion where this product fits. That is super important because the personalization now the user expects when they search on platform like OpenAI, they expect it's matching their use, the occasion, they want the context where they're going to use this product. And these information are typically not in text. They are most of the time.
I think it's not just the search words, but also the intent is the really difficult part to glean. When I search men's shirt size XL patterned, it doesn't know whether I'm going to the beach or going to a wedding.
Yeah, and what's super interesting is I realized myself that I was overfitting the way Google is built. By thinking not about what I need, but what are the keywords I should type in the search bar to get the links I expect. Really, we are entering another world where it's not 2 to 3 keywords in the Google search bar that users are typing to get the product. It's 10 to 11 words, not keywords, in ChatGPT or in Perplexity or in Le Chat by Mistral in Europe, whatever.
So they're talking more as if they're talking to another human than a search term.
Yeah, they say, based on what you know from me, recommend me running shoes, please. That's the funniest part. They are polite with them. You never say please to Google.
I do say please to Alexa though.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. And then after it's, okay, these 10 to 11 keywords, and the brain of that, it will be on OpenAI, that's sure. We don't know how they will search on after every e-commerce website. That's the unknown part, that they are part of their secret sauce. But they are also changing the game of personalization because they are leveraging the history and the memory of all your previous conversation. And they know you. Google has always told you, we know you, and we are connecting on the dots of information. The reality is, in this tool, they know you better than your husband, your wife, your dog, maybe. And they will leverage that. So searching for running shoes, in Google, it's running shoes, and the job of Google is to present the best links, matching these 2 to 3 keywords of queries. In this platform, it's really 10 to 11, it's a user intent and a deeper and wider memory of what you need. And running shoes, based on my habits, based on my context, can you recommend me, please, running shoes? They will present shoes for marathon because they have the history about the fact that you ask for things in London, for the marathon, for 10K race, for diet, for prep. And they will recommend this product. So you will need to have on your product description the information that makes this tool find the good shoes for marathon.
And that's where the rich content comes in.
Yeah, and this is where the rich content, because whatever the model, whatever the platform, they will need that from retailers. They will need that from brands. They will need that from the sellers, for sure. And this is where we are putting our effort, because we know that it's what will help the retail to be in this race and to accelerate with also this platform that are really accelerating in the search shift.
So I think there's, again, the two people, the marketplace operators and the sellers on marketplaces, what they'll want to know is, what difference is AI going to make to their bottom line, to their revenue? So for the marketplace operators, having AI in retail media, how does it optimize it? How will they make more money by selling retail media ads? And then for the sellers, every time the marketplace operator makes money, they're actually spending money. So how will paying for this retail media with the AI behind it increase their sales and increase their profit?
I think the first key element, it will accelerate the lead time of product onboarding, firstly, because it will remove all the difficulties about catalog onboarding, remove the difficulties about resizing images to fit marketplace needs, for example, or so that's a part.
Resizing images, that's a...
So
do I want square or rectangle?
The time to first sale is changing. On retail media, I think as AI is getting better, and we haven't announced that today, but I can announce that in the interview, we are also bringing this multimodal capability in the AI algorithm in our retail media product. Meaning when we show similar products, sponsored similar product on a product detail page, it's not just based on the text, but it's also based on the images. So if I'm looking for a night blue skirt, and it's maybe in the product description, it's written night blue shirt, sorry. But with the images, I can show similar images with flowers, and maybe the same color of flowers. And that is more accurate for the user.
Yeah, and it's such a hard thing to search for as well. I mean, I've got loads of shirts. People that watch my videos will know. But I have a particular brand and style. And I spend ages looking for them. And when I find one, it's like, great, I'll buy it. And if AI could just show me that with retail media, I'd probably buy 4 or 5 shirts at a time instead of one.
Exactly. So this is typically what's happening. We are really starting to see the gaps of revenues with really this multimodal capability. And for the operators and for the retailers, for the marketplace operators, what it will bring to them, it's faster product on their website. It's also less time to review the product, because we can also detect what are the products they are regularly accepting on their website and make that more AI powered. Then the product is online. How can we better have a good product description to be the one that is number one on ChatGPT, not the one that is not there?
Yeah, so it's just better everything. It's faster onboarding, it's richer data, it's extracting the data from the images, and then with the retail media, it's even looking at the images to see what to recommend. This is just going to be such an explosion of speed and time for the retailers that don't have to manually do that work.
Yeah, because today the trade-off, it's possible, it's feasible to leverage information from images or to enhance images.
Not when you've got 10,000 products.
It's months of algorithm training. It's not that anymore.
So I've got to ask, where do you see the future of AI in retail going? I mean, you're blowing my mind today with extracting data from images, and even just resizing images to fit but what can we expect in the future?
I think we will go on what I will call an agentic shopper experience, where in this platform, or maybe everyone will build this individual agent, we will delegate this kind of task to an agent to search the good product, to search the good service. So I think we are moving to that.
So it's almost like, for my shirts, I could have a saved shirt that when a product pops up on a website, it can, Chris, this product here, do you want to buy it? And hopefully I can just say yes, and it'll go and buy it.
And the second element is not only the discovery, not only the recommendation, we are going to move also on the payment part. Where is the payment going to happen? Maybe the payment is going to happen on ChatGPT also.
Yeah, because ChatGPT, like just weeks ago, announced that they've got product search, so payment is bound to follow.
And Perplexity in the US, since I think it was December last year, they are proposing buy with Pro. So when you have the Pro subscription, you can buy directly. So maybe agents are gonna be the new buyers on the behalf of the shopper. So this is kind of the shift. You will delegate to an agent or to a platform.
You know
AI
that 30
platform.
minutes you promised me to help me build an agent?
Yeah.
Can I bank that and you can build me my first shopping agent?
We can.
That would be truly amazing to have an agent that went out and looked for the products it thinks I might want and then could just buy them for me. Maybe one day I'll just buy them and they'll just appear without me even knowing I'm going to buy them.
And I think the challenge is on what we don't know is e-commerce. My strong belief is e-commerce retail will still be there because it's not the business of this agent, this platform. They will not build that. But typically, I think the way we optimize the website is going to change, and we have to be very careful about that. So if we have retailers listening to this interview, go back to your team and look about what are the robots you are excluding from your website and check. Pragmatic tip. Check if
so
you are...
So if you've blocked web crawlers, it's time to maybe let them back in.
Yeah, if you are blocking there are two robots from ChatGPT that are crawling your website. This is really important to be there since the beginning. So I think this is the first thing. Second thing, I think the data will be on your website will be even more important than the UI. And the second thing is the UI will be also important, but not optimized for you, but optimized for your agent.
That is a lot to think about.
But that's great. There are two things. It's as I was saying in the keynote, it's bringing challenges. But as we see with image extraction, it's bringing also solutions.
But I think it's like we said right at the beginning when people were optimizing their websites for Google, it's now optimizing for AI and having that rich data and having agents like Mirakl to extract the data from images to make it easy. It's not necessarily a lot more work. It's just enabling AI to do the work for you so that AI can sell for you.
Exactly, you got it. And what we are at Mirakl, what we are building for both the operator and the seller is to make it easy. Make it easy to enrich product data, make it easy to have multimodal, really make it the easiest as possible.
And that's my final question. For people that aren't here at Mirakl Accelerate today, where can they go to find out more and how can they start using these Mirakl tools?
You can go on mirakl.com website and look in our product. Really, we are embedding AI in all of our product. Mirakl Catalogue for all the parts for catalog onboarding. Mirakl Ads also for all your retail media. You don't need to be a Mirakl platform customer to start the retail media activity. And for sellers, we have also our product Connect that enable them to accelerate this catalog onboarding and tomorrow enrich their product and detect price anomaly also.
Fantastic. So go to mirakl.com and start using AI. Thank you so much for your time today.
Have a nice day.